Hey, Maddie, did you start the popcorn?
It's going right now. Is the movie ready to go?
I'm just waiting on you guys.
Zosha, are the rooms cleaned up?
Yeah, we're just finishing Amelia's room.
Thank you. Yaya, are you helping?
Yes, Cheeseburger Cat is helping too.
All right, well, when you're done cleaning up, put your jammies on. It's movie night.
Hello, this is Mommy.
What's up, everyone? I'm Daddy.
Hi, I'm Sosha and I'm 7 years old. Hi, I'm Amelia and I'm 5 years old. And this week we watched Barbie.
Warner Brothers Pictures put out this live-action film this year, 2023. It's rated PG-13 and has a runtime of 1 hour and 54 minutes. Some other kid-friendly films they put out around this time were Mummies and The Flash.
This movie's about a Barbie who lives a perfect life amongst other Barbies and Kens in Barbie Land. But when she starts questioning her purpose in life, she sets off on an adventure to the real world to find her owner and set things right. You do 4 of them, I'll do the last 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, so I'm ending at Sasha. Okay. Some familiar faces and voices in this movie. Stereotypical Barbie is played by Margot Robbie. She is Flopsy from Peter Rabbit and Harley Quinn in some of the DC franchise films. Ken is played by Ryan Gosling. He got his start on shows like Are You Afraid of the Dark and Goosebumps. Some kid-friendly films he's in is Remember the Titans and La La Land. Gloria is played by America Ferrera. She is Carmen in The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. She is the voice of Astrid in How to Train Your Dragon, and I remember her from a Disney Channel original movie, Gotta Kick It Up. Sasha is played by Ariana Greenblatt. She is young Gamora in Avengers Infinity War, young Velma in Scoob, and she plays Koa in 65.
Ken 2 is played by Simu Liu. He is Shang-Chi from Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Alan is played by Michael Cera, who is also Robin from the Lego Batman movie. The Mattel CEO is played by Will Ferrell. He is Buddy the Elf and Megamind in the movie Megamind. The director of this movie is Greta Gerwig. She directed Little Women in 2019. Rated PG, we haven't seen this one, but I'm assuming that because it's rated PG, we might be able to watch this one.
It has been on my watch list, so coming soon. So girls, did you learn anything from this movie? Amelia.
I learned girls can do anything.
They can. What do they do in Barbie Land?
There's a President Barbie, Construction Barbie, and Pilot Barbie. There's Lifeguard Barbie, Mommy Barbie, and Weird Barbie.
There's so many Barbies in Barbie Land, and they each do something special. They all have their job. It's great. Daddy, did you learn anything from this movie?
I did learn something from this movie, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that need to hear this. But it is not a woman's burden to fix a man who doesn't know anything about themselves. If you're out there and you think that you need to fix somebody, you don't. They need to figure out how to fix themselves. And that's something that's going to come into play later on in this episode because we're going to talk about Ken and his inner issues that he has. And if you're a woman or even a man in the situation, you don't need to fix the partner that you're with. They need to try to fix themselves first before you try to figure out how to help them.
Yeah, you can't love somebody else until you love yourself.
How about you, Mommy? What did you learn from this movie?
I learned that we are coming into a wonderful place in time, even though there's a lot of horrible things going on in the world right now, as there will continue to be. I really love the fact that we can go to the cinema and reflect upon ourselves as a culture. There's a very strong message in this movie about equality and standing up for yourself and everybody kind of realizing their own faults or differences and being okay with them as long as we're healthy at the end of the day. And I love that this is something that we're all starting to talk about as a culture in whole, rather than hiding it away like it was for so many years in the patriarchy of horses, as Ken comes to find out, is not about horses.
Yeah.
Like we said, there's a lot of different Barbies in this movie. Mommy, what kind of Barbie will you be?
They recently made a Skipper Target doll, which of course we have in this house. So I would take Skipper and evolve her into a Target Barbie, but also mix her with Starbucks, because I think every Target now has a Starbucks in it. So my accessory would have to be like a Frappuccino, and I'd have my Target basket, because that's just like a weekly thing for us in this house.
Yeah.
So I'm going Target, Starbucks Barbie.
Okay, good pick.
What about you, Amelia? What kind of Barbie would you be?
I will be a pet Barbie for all animals.
All animals. What would be like your top clients?
A kitten.
Kittens?
No
I
way.
figured.
Would you help like pandas?
Yes, pandas, bunnies, kitties, giraffes.
Giraffes. Ooh, so a little mix of domestic and exotic animals. I like it.
How about snakes? But you're supposed to be able to help all animals. You're going to let the snakes be sick?
A turtle.
A turtle? Okay, so we draw the line at turtles when it comes to the reptile family.
All right. I guess all those snakes better find a new vet.
There are no snakes in Barbie world, okay?
Daddy, what kind of Ken will you be?
So construction Ken would be too easy because that's what I do for work, but I'm going to have to go with comic convention Ken. And it would just be like me when I go to a comic book convention. I'd have a lanyard, probably some geeky toy like a lightsaber, maybe like a Batman mask, just something crazy, an outfit, I don't know.
Do you need a backpack to put all your
Yes.
purchases in?
Yep, I would absolutely need a backpack. Maybe a marker because I'm going to have somebody sign something.
Camera?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's in our phones now.
A piece of artwork, but yeah, comic convention Ken. How about you, Zosha? What kind of Barbie would you be?
I will be EMT Barbie.
Ooh, what kind of accessories would you have, Zosh?
An ambulance.
Ooh, you're getting a whole car. I like it.
And when you open an ambulance, it's gonna have all the supplies inside it.
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
You'll be ready for anything.
Yep. Mommy, who is your favorite character?
My favorite character in this movie, I think I'm going to go with America Ferrera, who plays Gloria, the mom, who is tied to Margot Robbie's Barbie. I just love that she's having that crisis as an adult because I can see that in my future as our girls grow up and they stop playing Barbies and all those little things you did with them when they were a child goes away because they become angsty teenagers. And she's at a crossroads in her life where she's like, I don't know what to do. I'm having all these thoughts. It's just, she's a very relatable character. And then of course the speech that she gives is like, oh my God, if you're a woman, you're like, that's every day. And it's wonderful.
Even if you're a man. Absolutely. That was a great speech that she does. She's a great character.
It is. It's very powerful. So I really like her. And she's someone from the real world. So, like I said, points for being relatable. Zosha, who is your favorite character?
I like the main Barbie.
All right, stereotypical Barbie. What do you like about her?
She is brave to go to the real world.
She is brave because, I mean, from what we see in the opening scene of this movie, Barbie Land's a good time. I wouldn't want to leave there.
Yeah.
Emily, who is your favorite character? I like Writer Barbie.
Writer Barbie is Alexandra Shipp's Barbie. What did you like about her?
Her poofy hair.
She did. She has beautiful hair.
She also won a Nobel Prize.
Yes, she did. So she's a smart Barbie,
She's
too.
a very smart Barbie.
Yes, I will be like her.
That's a good goal to have, Amelia.
Daddy, who is your favorite character?
So I'm sticking with the boys here. I'm going to say my favorite character is Ken. And it's not just because he's a boy and I'm relating to him. Ken is over the top. He puts his sunglasses on top of his other sunglasses. His outfits are great. His competitiveness with the other Kens is just hilarious. Every scene where he's competing with Simu Liu's Ken number 2 is just hilarious. But he also has a hidden soft side to him that we don't see until later on in the movie. And I think that most boys or men can relate to this a lot. And what they should take from this movie is from his character, because it's okay to show feelings, and even though you don't want to.
Yeah, he's kind of lost without Barbie, and he's like, but who is Ken? I'm just Ann Ken. And he has his own little existential crisis of his own. He's a fun and deep character. Ryan Gosling nails it.
Yes, Ken is awesome. So Barbie wakes up to the song Pink by Lizzo every morning. I want to know what all of our wake-up songs would be. Zosha, what would be your song that you wake up to in the morning?
I would wake up to What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong.
Ooh, that is a fantastic song. What a great song to wake up to in the morning. Why do you pick that one?
Because it's relaxing.
Yeah, you don't want to be woken up to a loud song in the morning. You want a nice, easy listening song.
Zosha is not a morning person, so she needs something relaxing.
Daddy, what would your wake-up song be?
My wake-up song would be Come Alive by Hugh Jackman from The Greatest Showman. I think that song has a nice, slow intro, just like yours, Zosha, but then it eventually comes alive right when the chorus starts, and it
It vamps up.
Yeah, it gets you upbeat and you're ready to start your day. So if you don't know that one, check it out. Amelia, what would your wake-up song be?
I will wake up to Call to the Wild from Zombies 2.
Ooh, that is a jam. And that's another song that's kind of got the light piano at the beginning, and then it vamps up too. We got some good crescendo here in this group.
I'm not aware of this song, but I'm going to have to check it out now.
It slaps.
How about you, Mommy? What would your wake-up song be?
My wake-up song, I think I'm going to go with Disloyal Order of Water Buffaloes by Fall Out Boy. Another crescendo one, it starts off and then vamps up. I mean, it just starts with fell out of bed. And it's like, yeah, it's what I'm about to do.
Great pick. Great pick.
Emily, what was your favorite scene from this movie? I like when Bobby's sitting in her car and Ken pops out of the back and scares her.
He does. And what happens after that?
Bobby's going to the real world and Ken wants to go with her. And Bobby says, do you have your water skates? And Ken pulls them out and says, I literally go nowhere without them.
Yeah, that scene was actually in the trailer, and even when we were watching it on the big screen for the first time, I still laughed so hard. It was so funny, wasn't it, Amelia?
Yes, I thought it was really funny.
It is funny because Ken is just so serious. Like, why would you even ask me this question? Of course I have my roller skates with me.
Yeah.
Daddy, what was your favorite scene?
My favorite scene is I'm Just Ken, and it's a musical number. It's a good song, and it's a funny song, and the choreography is great. And what's cool about this song is that Ken's singing it, and it's about all the Kens, and it's about how they would be number one if the Barbies weren't around. But through this song, he realizes that what he's saying is wrong, and then he grows into a new Ken by the end of the song, and it's fantastic.
It's great. It also includes one of Amelia's favorite dance numbers of the entire movie.
Yes, we've been trying to do the choreography from this dance number throughout the house just from memory, and we can't wait to get it down one day. Zosha, what was your favorite scene from this movie?
My favorite part is when Barbie goes to talk to Ken, and she says, okay, I'll be your girlfriend. So Ken says, hold on a second, and he goes into his house and screams, Sublime! And he walks back to Barbie and says, I'll have to think about it.
That part is hilarious. I think we all laughed out loud because it was like, of all the words to scream to, Sublime.
He's trying to hold in how excited he is, and Barbie can clearly hear, because it's a Barbie dream house, so there's no closed walls or anything like that. You could see into this house, and she knows how excited he is, and it's wonderful.
It's funny. It's a wholesome moment.
Yes, it is. Mommy, what was your favorite scene from this movie?
There are so many favorite scenes in this movie because I enjoyed it so much, but I'm going to go with a more wholesome moment in a different way than Ken appreciating that Barbie wants to be his girlfriend. I like at the end when all the Barbies apologize to Weird Barbie, and they're like, we're sorry we called you weird to your face and behind your back, because there's a lot of lessons in this movie about men needing to self-reflect and think about, their consequences of their actions, if you will. But it also shows that women are still learning too, that we need to be nice to each other. We're all women and we're all in this together. We're all people. It's good to apologize to someone when you know that you did something wrong. And Barbie's like, Weird Barbie, I should say, it's like, it's all good. Thank you. It's a good teaching moment.
Yes, that is a very good scene.
So in Barbie Land, we see two different types of housing throughout this movie. There is the Barbie dream house, which is what we all think of, especially if you were a girl and you had a dream house. It's bright pink and aqua. It's got a slide or a really cool elevator in it. And then we also have the Mojo Dojo Casa house that is in Kendom, and it is filled with mini fridges and horse paraphernalia and lazy boys. It's where the boys go to hang out. So Daddy, why don't you start us off? Would you rather have a Barbie dream house or a Ken's Mojo Dojo Casa house?
This is no surprise at all, but I want the Mojo Dojo Casa house.
Is it because of the name simply, or
the name is awesome? But no, it's got recliners and stuff. That's awesome.
I'll take the recliners. I'll just give my answer next on this one. I'm going for the dream house. I know it might seem obvious, but the horse paraphernalia's got me. I'm not a horse person.
Yeah, you're not.
I'd rather have the tube slide.
How about you, Zosha? What would you want?
I would want the Mojo Dojo Casa house.
Oh, so you've got through that too. It's a tongue twister.
Yep.
What do you like about them?
There's a lot of horse things, and I also like horses anyway.
Oh, okay.
You do. You're big. You're very into the spirit show for a while, so
Yep.
you're all about the patriarchy.
No, not that part.
Good. Good choice. The mini fridges are fun, though.
Emily, what house would you want? I like both of them, so I'd be buy 2 houses.
Ooh, you're going to monopolize the cul-de-sac, I see.
I wasn't even aware that wasn't an option.
Right? I think we would all have a little bit of both.
I would take the Barbie dream house, but paint it black.
Yes, absolutely.
So parents, I think most kids will like this movie. Girls will like it a bunch, and boys might think that it's for girls, which it is, but the Kens will help them sit through it if you want to show it to them. Some things I really like about this movie were the sets. The set designs and crew built a life-size Barbie dream home, complete with a slide. It's incredible. The acting, aside from maybe 1 or 2 characters, was fantastic. The soundtrack has been played non-stop in our house, so we enjoy that very much. And it was also a beautiful message to be had in this movie. Some things I dislike, though. Barbie goes to the real world, and for the most part, it is the real world. But there's a scene where people are chasing Barbie, and it's kind of whimsical when they miss her. Like, it's just, they run past her. It's just played too comedic for it to be the real world. There's also a ghost character that I liked, but I just don't understand how they were there. You'll know it when you see it. Something else worth mentioning is that there's a bunch of story hidden from the trailer. So if you think that you know what's going to happen, you don't. But it was very fun, and we intend to purchase it the moment that it's available, so I'm going to recommend 5 and up. You can show it to younger kids, and they might enjoy the Barbie Land scenes, but you might have some trouble when it gets to the real world stuff.
Some parental guidance for you. The language is very mild. There is 1 word that is bleeped and censored by the Mattel logo in Barbie Land, and there is 1 swear word in the ending credits song. Violence-wise, it is all comedic. The cars flipping over in Barbie World are similar to how a child would pretend play a dramatic crash. The big fight among the Kens includes all silly objects and fistfights since there are no real weapons in Barbie World. There's also a part where Alan fights off a group of construction workers, but again, it's all just grappling. There is definitely some grown-up stuff to this movie. Towards the beginning, Barbie flat out says, "Do you guys ever think about dying?" And it's said when they're all at a dance party, and it's all very fun. But yes, this movie includes existential crisis, which is definitely more of an adult issue. There are also the use of innuendos, but they went right over our girls' heads. There is a scene where construction workers in the real world come into contact with Barbie and Ken. There are 2 things that happen here. 1 is offensive catcalling towards Barbie. The other is that male and female anatomy is briefly discussed. This might be considered language to some parents, but the use of the anatomical words didn't faze our kids in the slightest, but then again, we use these terms in our house. There's also a part where the Kens enjoy beer brewskis in Barbie World, but it's never shown since liquids do not exist there. Some cry factor. This movie made me cry for sure. I think it will make women cry more than men, but Maddie did say he had tears in his eyes. They just never fell, whereas mine definitely came out. The growth of being a woman in the real world, expectations, self-love, and relationships are the culmination of the message that this film gives.
So Rotten Tomato critics give this movie a 90%, very much a thumbs up movie. Audiences give it an 87%, also a thumbs up. Let's see how it holds up in our house. Zosha, do you give this movie a thumbs up, a thumbs middle, or a thumbs down?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. I was expecting it. Amelia, what do you give this movie?
Thumbs up.
Mommy, what are you giving this movie?
Thumbs up for sure. This movie checks boxes in so many categories. I think it is rewatchable for sure. It gives strong positive messages about serious topics in such a fun, lighthearted way. The sets are good. The acting is good. I love it. I love it. It is the best of silly and serious. What about you, Daddy? What are you going?
I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to continue to give this a 4 thumbs up rating. I'm giving this a thumbs middle. I'm sorry. There's just a few issues that I had that are not giving it the full thumbs up. So yes, thumbs middle.
So if they tweaked the real world, it would be a thumbs up for you?
Yes, and if they took that ghost character away, I'd be all for it.
That's fair. That's fair. So just a fun question. Girls, would you want another Barbie movie or would you want to see a Ken movie? Zosha?
Barbie.
Barbie too. Okay, how about you, Amelia?
Ken.
Ooh, a Ken movie. Okay, how about you, Mommy?
I'm going to go Ken. I'd like to see the continuation of his story because I kind of get a vibe as to where Barbie's headed at the end of this movie, that it's all going to be, an uphill fun adventure. But what's Ken doing these days?
I would like them to not make either of these movies. I'm cool with them just being what this was. But if any of you would like to add Barbie to your movie night list, it is currently in theaters, so go buy your tickets now. Or hold off for a few months, and I'm sure it'll be available across platforms.
And after watching, let us know if you give it a thumbs up, thumbs middle, or a thumbs down.
And when you do want to let us know what you think about the movie, please find us on social media. We like to post pictures of us on our movie nights, letting you know what snacks and sweets we're eating. We posted dad joke theme to the episode coming out that week, and it's just a fun place to be and find our new episodes when they come out on Thursdays.
Our Facebook is It's Movie Night, and our Instagram is It's Movie Night Pod. Thank you for listening. Join us next week for another movie night.
Bye.